3 years ago, 2 days before Valentine's Day, my then husband broke into my house and he shot me 7 times with a .40 caliber pistol. So I had one bullet that was a through and through on my hand. One took out this center bone in my thumb and hit this knuckle. So now I can't bend this finger. And they had to go in and take a bone out of my wrist to rebuild my thumb. But now at least I can use it. One was a graze right here. It took 10 staples. For a long time I said that was my half shot, but I was like, it took staples, so I'm gonna say 7. One went in this shoulder and came out through the back of my arm. I've got a titanium rod in this arm. Since the original injury, I've had 2 more surgeries. I had to go back in and have a bone graft and plates and screws put in. And of course I was still having pain, so they went in and removed everything that they could. But I still got the original titanium rod. So that was 4 of the 7. The first shot when he first came in was directly into the chest. I say thank God for breast implants, because instead of going straight through, it hit that and it was just enough resistance to tip it up. So instead of going straight through and taking out my lung and my collarbone, it came out high on my back. But if you see the place on my back where it came out, it's directly over my spine. So I don't know how in the world I did not have a spinal cord injury a lot higher than I did. But at that point, I'd been shot 5 times. I turned and decided to try to get away, but I went down. So I was laying face down on the floor. He came over, shot me at an angle into my back, but it's my upper right hip. It went in, and like the surgeon down there said, when a high velocity bullet hits a high density bone, everything shatters. So it went in, hit 1/2 of my L3 and L4 vertebrae and shattered those bones. And that's what put me in the situation I'm in the chair and on the forearm crutches. But so it hit those bones, shattered those bones, ricocheted up through my torso. It grazed my liver, my kidney, my spleen, my pancreas, and hit 2 ribs. The fact that it didn't pierce anything is just a miracle. But this is one I tell everybody was the hand of God. Okay, so he came over and was going to shoot me in the head. And you have to remember, all this happened at like 5 in the morning. I was up getting ready for work, and he cut the power before he came in. It was dark, and it all happened in my master bathroom. So one of the bullets had ricocheted and took out his right eye. So yeah, instant karma. He couldn't see well at that point, but he told him he was going to shoot me in the head. And I was laying with my face, this part on the floor and this up, and it ricocheted off the tile, went in on my jawline, and you can see this, you may be able to see the scar, grazed the enamel off my bottom cap, hit the top 2 caps, changed trajectory, split the roof of my mouth completely in 2, went through this sinus cavity, shaved this orbital bone, and the bullet was sitting crossways on my cheek under the skin. Didn't break my jaw, didn't hit my tongue, didn't damage my eye. Plastic surgeon went in, Dr. Weeks, and took the bullet out, and I've got a metal plate in my face and titanium mesh holding my eyeball up. But I had the orthopedic surgeon, I had the trauma surgeon, I had the back surgeon, I had the sinus and plastic surgeon. I had 4 or 5 major surgeries within a matter of 2 days, 2 to 3 days at Kennestone. So I definitely, had I not gotten to that trauma center, I have no doubt that I would have never made it. The year before I got hurt, I turned 50. And in celebration of my 50th birthday, I was going to do 5 half marathons, 1 for each decade. But I don't know if you're familiar with the Rock and Roll series, you get special medals for doing multiple destinations. So I'm all about the bling. So for doing 6 half marathons, you got a big metal pick that had a spinning guitar. So I was like, okay, I got to have that pick. So I did 6 half marathons that year. And it was so funny because the last 4, I did one in September, October, November, December. My last one was the middle of December in San Antonio before this happened the 1st of February. So, I mean, I was in the best shape of my life, thank goodness. But now I've actually started with the virtual races, because even though I can't run, I can bike, because my injuries with those specific vertebrae, it was my knees and my ankles, and that's why I've got these ankle braces on. My right leg, I still don't have any feeling or movement below my knee on my right leg because the bullet went in my right hip. So this leg is smaller and it's weaker and it doesn't work as well, but yet. So Shepherd actually let me teach spin at promotion, their gym, to other patients and workers and the therapists and stuff. And even the people at Shepherd, when I got there, they knew they were gonna have to be on their game because one of them even said, he said, you're just such an anomaly. He said, we have to help people put their braces on and help them do this stuff. He's like, we have to keep up with you. He's like, if you see your stuff, by the time we get here, you're ready to go. So I'm like, yeah, because I wanna walk, I wanna run.